Oh, welcome back to another video, and Smash JT time again. And yeah, I unsubscribed from him a while back because, well, he is what he is. It must be Thursday. I can never really get the hang of Thursdays. I say at the time of recording this with a quick Douglas Adams reference there, because it's been a funny day. I've never played GoldenEye 007 before, just recently, and it took about 6 hours, not all in one sitting, to complete Control. Now, I do need to correct the title on this, because I put Secret Agent. It's part Secret Agent and part Agent, because I could get up to the point where Natalia came into the room, and then I just could not do this last bit at all, because they always sneaked in, sneaking like a snake. They always sneaked in and got her, whatever I tried, and so I ended up turning it down to Agent. And I've put the information in the video description, but I kept the first half of the videos what I originally recorded in Secret Agent, because that still looks pretty cool. It's just the last bit, as I say, I couldn't do. But I've now done the other parts. Whatever the penultimate one was called, plus Cradle. But of course, because I'd done Control in Agent, I had to do those two in Agent. And then I found out you have to do more than Secret Agent, at least, in order to get the last two to come up, Egyptian and Aztec. So I have got to complete this damn level in one go. Annoying. It's so annoying. So frustrating. When it wouldn't be so bad if I could save it just before she comes into the room. But no, I've still got to go through about 7 minutes of the same old thing again and again and again. It's like Edge of Tomorrow, live, die, repeat, and I keep repeating, and it's so annoying to do all those bits again and again. Only to have to then do them again and again and again. Oh, frustrating. So anyways, frustrating is Smash JT's middle name, really. Now I'm not looking at this. I'm looking at this Intellivision thing. I'm not looking at his Mike Molist video, because we all know that he sends out false copyright strikes. You must think he's metal jackass rocks. He's never struck me yet, but I will fight it till the bitter end, bitter end, if he does. So we shall see. I mean, it's been up for 12 hours at least at the time of recording this. So if he tries it, God, he needs to sort them bloody eyebrows out. Jesus. Looks like he's just come out of Billy Smart's circus. Anyways, and he's obviously kind of sort of shaved in between his eyebrows. I can't do that without that popping up. He looks like he's shaved in between his eyebrows, like what's that evil character in is it Dan Dare or no Thunderbirds? He's got some weird eyebrows from as I remember. Anyway, let's see what Smash JT, because I was going to have a look at the again. Thanks also to Jan Ong for both that and the sorry if I didn't put your name in at the start, because I've sort of recorded this opening bit a few times. But yeah, thanks to Jan Ong for both this video and also the Atari Creep video, because I can just do it all in one go now because of this. I did have a flick through Atari Creep's video earlier on. And quite frankly, my position is that it's quite obvious that, even though I didn't have any volume on, it's quite obvious that he's not. He hasn't got an Amico. So what the hell is Smash getting upset about? Well, he just gets upset about anything unless his wife's put some sort of chili powder in his pants. I don't know. But I understand he's going to be putting it behind a paywall, the unboxing and everything. Who's going to pay for that? Who's going to pay to see Atari Creep unbox something we've already seen unboxed? Anyway, I think it's just the box from that John Avocado unboxed about a year ago, or maybe longer. And so it's nothing to see here, etc. And there's no Amico. It's pretty damn obvious. But, Smash JT wets his knickers over it. Let's get into it. Okay, now as it says at the start, it does have a headphone warning, and I'm wearing headphones while doing this. So thank you very much. So I've turned down the volume a bit in advance, and I put subtitles on. So if I turn him down too much, at least the subtitles will still pick up what he's saying. But yeah, he just shrieks like a girl, and it's just awful. I bet his wife's embarrassed for him, but I don't know what he's getting upset about, because, as I say, it's not. Atari Creep has obviously not got an Amico, and quite frankly, all 5 episodes of the new series of Black Mirror have just dropped on Netflix today, so I can't go on Netflix and chill because I've got to make this silly video. Anyways, let's get into it. Anytime today.
Has the whole world gone crazy? Like,
see, yeah, he's squeaking away. Just, oh, I bet his wife went out for half an hour.
what the heck? And what reality? And what reality is that remotely sane?
Now, I feel like I've sort of started halfway through, but I think he's just obviously inserted a later piece of his video at the start. I've sometimes done that, just to have something funny at the start before I get into the main part of the video. But yeah.
That is so crazy. I'm like speechless. I don't even. There are no words, and I have a lot.
God, it's like his date's just gone with another girl at the prom, and he's upset about it.
A lot of good words in my vocabulary. There are no words to say any. I'm like stuttering over myself. I don't even know what to say right now.
Yeah. I know Darius mentioned this a few times, and it's in relation to DJC constantly wanting his Amico and all the rest of it. But it applies to Smash JT as well, and it's about drawing a comparison with George on Seinfeld. It is George. Oh God, brain's gone. Yeah, George. George is getting upset, and yeah, now Smash. But Smash has just got it even more vocally correct, because he just, instead of DJC just thinking it's still going to happen, Smash is just getting upset because he's just pissing his pants over things that will never work out.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. I had a slew of people send me this video, and they're like, dude, the hell? What's your reaction to my friend? I would call Chris my friend, the Atari Creep.
He's your friend? Good God. I can't take anyone seriously who wears a hat indoors. And he needs a haircut. Okay, I mean, during lockdown it might have been acceptable, but I can't be going with anyone who's got a goatee. Just goatees. Goatees do not suit men at all. They look odd. At least Philip Schofield hasn't got a goatee, but then he's got other issues going on. But, yeah.
Getting an Amico pilot unit.
Oh, by the way, the problem with Smash is that he's a snake. I said in the video I made a while back, he shadow banned me. Somebody who's supposed to be a friend. He even added me on Facebook some time before. And so in the video I made about him, I just blocked him on YouTube, like he had, plus Twitter and Facebook. Fuck him.
And how I, an investor of $10,000 in this failure of a company, have received diddly squat.
Yeah, I mean, I hate that. I mean, I've said it before. I hate that Tommy Tallarico is an absolute scammer for this, and I wish that he hadn't stolen anyone's money. But I bring up from time to time Mark Pollard, and I've talked about him multiple times. I keep forgetting to link it in the description. But if I don't, then look at Mark Pollard Thistle Comedy, and you'll see it on my website what he did. Yeah, he's an absolute. So yeah, but you can only talk about it for so much. I mean, yes, I won't rest until I somehow bring him to justice, even though he fucked off to Canada. And if anyone in Canada wants to go and find him, give me a shout. If you're in the vicinity of where I think he is, then go and knock on his door, call him a big silly, and hopefully try and resolve this. But yeah, but I'm not going to keep bringing up every single other video. You know, because people are going to get a little bit bored over that. I will never forget what he did to me. But yeah, as long as there is breath in my body, I will still keep trying to get it resolved.
Ever since I started calling them out for their poor business practices. How do I feel about it? Well, you're about to find out. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe and bell for notifications. Don't forget to...
Oh, stop doing all that subscribe shit. Just put your logo up at the start, and a couple of times during the video. If people want to subscribe, they'll subscribe. I stopped subscribing to you because you're a twat.
Check out SmashJT.com. Alright, let's go, Chris. What do you got?
There are test units in the hands of folks that you and I both know, DJC and, of course, Mike Millis. More, and the question is...
No. Have I skipped something, or... The trouble is, because I'm having to turn the volume down because of Smash, now he's quiet. Oh, squeaky voiced twat.
The hands of folks that you and I both know, DJC and, of course, Mike Millis. More, and the question is...
Mike Millis? Mike Millist.
Mullis, but whatever.
Should I have, or do I wish I had gotten a test?
What do you mean, gotten? I hate the word gotten. Should you have got? Should you have received? He's not an educated man.
Unit. Do I wish I got one?
So you wish you'd received one?
No. No.
So what he's doing right now...
I don't know why he keeps tightly editing his video like that. It's more natural. I've seen people where they must have done like one guy did, he must have done nothing to do with the Amico, but he must have made like a 10-minute video and then got it down to about 5 minutes by taking out every sort of last breath in between words and every last syllable that was irrelevant, and it just sounded all very robotic and not at all natural. So I would just let it happen. Just film it, record it, put it out. Basically, if you've got people past the first 30 seconds, they'll stick with you for the rest of the video. That's the key part. So make the first 30 seconds interesting, which I think in this video is probably me stumbling over my words, and then the rest of it, you can be talking about Smash JT and people will still watch. But yes, because they want to have a laugh at him.
I was going over, like, historically when Mike Mullis and DJC both got their exclusive early pilot units of the Intellivision Amico. I gave a video, my thoughts on how I felt about it, and Atari Creep, Chris, did the same thing, and this is him giving a flashback. So first off, props to Chris for doing this, because he could have completely ignored it and pretended he never said this stuff, and I'm pretty impressed that he put this in the front of it.
I would definitely be honest about my findings. If I were to have gotten one, there would be a microscope on me at all times now by a lot of people. I really can't.
It is a curse.
It sounds like a drunk John Goodman.
I really don't, but sometimes
it is a curse.
Head that wears a crown. I know Chuck and Mike Millis, they're in the spotlight now. But think about
now you are too, Chris.
Seriously. I don't envy him at all. Am I mad that I didn't get one? No. I think I should have been at least on the list.
I think you're on a lot of lists. But, I mean, I guess let's just get to the point where he gets out of the Bud... Is that Bud Light? Oh, I thought he got a Bud Light. I've been hearing about them. Let's get to the point where he just gets the bloody console out. I feel just like putting his video on, because I don't think I can be doing with bloody Trash JT. Let's just get to... And if he's just going to waffle on, like I'm doing now.
It's not a matter of deserving it. It's a matter of...
Oh God, I feel like I've been eaten. Creeping it real. And he's not even 50. My God, he looks about 60.
Phil.
Let me first start by thanking Phil and John for entrusting me with this.
Would you send him free shit? Or a free Amico? I don't think I would. I think you'd have to be fumigated when it comes back.
Especially in the climate they're dealing with now. And me not being so positive.
You don't need to be apologetic about
I
the
don't
climate.
take that lightly.
But it is...
Stupid.
You know what I'm feeling right now? I'm feeling that Phil and John sensed that they were losing Chris. And after they lost me and Retro Bro and pretty much everyone else outside of DJC and Mike Mullis, they could see Chris teetering.
This is bullshit. I say there's no Amico in there. They only had like 3 prototype units. They've given one each to apparently to DJC and Mike Mullis, unless they're using the same one over and over. And I think the other third one was the GTO Red model, which Tommy Tallarico kept. So there is no 4th unit. And this would have to be graphite black, but it doesn't exist. It is the Urban Spaceman. I'm hoping this video doesn't go on too long because I've had to, in order to make the video so I can be heard, I've had to turn the fan off and shut the window, and it's absolutely friggin' boiling.
They saw it, and they're like, no, we need to keep this guy. Like, this is freaking hysterical. Like, what this company is even doing. They are creating the cult. They are using it. They're running with it. That is the only reason they sent this to Chris, and it is his.
They haven't sent him anything. He's probably just bought that box from eBay. He's got nothing out of Amico. He has nothing. You lose.
Hysterical that he can't see that right now.
I just felt this little clip. It may or may not show up in this video, but if it does, I'm pretty sure your reaction will be the same. Alright, so let's get everything out of the way now, please, because I don't actually plan to talk about...
He actually looks like some sort of movie villain, doesn't he? I think he's one of the 2 villains that beats Jean-Claude Van Damme up in Time Cop outside his house. He looks like him. I think he's obviously a taller and younger bloke, though.
this thing very much at all.
Oh, why is that,
Unless
Chris?
it's encouraged. Unless they're like, alright, you're in the middle of whatever game, can we start making videos for that? That's fine, I don't mind doing that.
So why did they send this to you?
So, obviously, I got a pilot unit, they're called. I keep calling them test units or whatever, but they're calling them pilot units.
The only
I
reason...
don't know where this one, if it's brand new or if it's coming to me from
Probably not.
other hands. I haven't even...
From other hands. Of course it's not bloody new, you dullard.
opened it.
Now, again, I'm going to go over this again with everyone who missed the initial take on this. When I went to Intellivision, they had about 8 to 15 of these built. I don't know, somewhere around there. I think 15 is on the high end. I think it's closer to 8. But it's somewhere around that number of Amicos that I saw laid out around the headquarters. So, no, this is not a new unit, Chris. They're not on an assembly line. This is one of those units that was in the headquarters. I can guarantee that.
It's been in the house for about 3-4 hours. And I haven't even opened it. I haven't opened it yet. I went for a ride on my scooter instead.
A ride on your scooter. I'm guessing that's not a scooter where you stand up. But at least if it's a sit-down scooter, at least... And I'm hoping you're using it on the road because it is a road device. There are too many people in my area who just go round on a bloody like a stand-up scooter, electric scooter, and zooming round. You know, you need a driving license to use one of these, and they're just zooming around the corners without looking where they're going, and without any kind of protective headgear. As I say, you need a driving license to use one, and yet they just you got kids using them as well. And we had a situation recently, last week I think it was, in Salford, where a lad was riding away from the police on one. I think he was only about 15, and he went headfirst into an ambulance and died. You could draw an unfortunate parallel with Horoscope skiing, the opening part of that game, but it's just kids should not be on them. Parents, eh? Anyway, so I hope his scooter's just all legal and above board.
I did a video for my vlog channel, The Creepy Crawl. You'll see that link at the end of
The Creepy Crawl, good God.
this video at the bottom left-hand corner. Click on it, because it's a fun place to be. I honestly
A fun place to be. I think his flat looks a bit of a funky place to be.
don't plan on talking much about this. I'm taking this seriously. It was nice.
If you're taking it seriously, you should be talking about it more, man. Like, what is that? That's two ends of a spectrum.
Get a phone call from Phil. He called me via Facebook. You know, we don't have each other's numbers. We didn't anyway. After the last update, I was upset. I made my video. And
There it is.
he reached out.
So
and spoke
Phil
about doing it.
saw he was losing, Chris. I called it. I called it.
What a load of crap. You actually, you believe it. Smash. You believe that he's getting this straight from Phil, and that Phil thought Atari Creep was some sort of viable entity that he needed to capture and keep on side. God, I don't know who's the bigger idiot here.
Concerns. And you know, when I made that last video talking about the wheels are still in motion, that's all I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to say that anything is definite.
He has a very apologetic tone here, where he's just like, he's very grateful that he got the Amico, and he's thankful to Phil, and he's totally backpedaling from his last stance, which is exactly what Phil wanted out of this.
Why would Phil care? Phil's fucked off. It's gone.
On getting this out to the public, to us, and it made me feel a little bit better.
Of course
there are
it
still
did.
things like the games being sold off. Still not a big fan of that.
The game's being sold off. People aren't getting their refund money. The company is completely in turmoil and has fired
The company's not in turmoil. The company's gone. There's nothing there. The offices were shut well over a year ago.
everybody. Tommy is on the run. Phil is completely told everyone that they're like basically selling the company for pieces right now, and they're giving you something
They're not.
as a parting gift. That's very kind of them.
They're not.
You don't need to make excuses for him, Chris. This is the situation that they're in. That's what I've been trying to tell you for...
This is such a bad take of his. It's such a clown. There is no Amico in that box. But Trash JT thinks there is.
Ever since I turned heel on this company, where I realized how screwed up the management has been the entire time.
The M Network stuff, I could care less either way. It is what it is. It's really that simple. And go still away. And then the conversation of this happened. This got brought up. And because of everything at the beginning of this video that I said, I was hesitant.
Just like he's being now. In fact, I've just played a bit of this back, and yeah, his voice is very quiet. So I don't know whether that's the original video, and I put it on 100% on YouTube. So yeah, despite Shrieky McShrieky voices blaring away.
But then I found out, I won't be the only one. I'm not going to say who, what, where, and when, because I honestly don't know what I can and can't say as of right now.
It doesn't matter because there's no company anymore.
I am.
Why is that? Did you sign an NDA? Because if you didn't sign an NDA, you can say whatever the hell you want.
There's no NDA for any of them. That was just bullshit that came out of nowhere.
And if you did sign an NDA, why aren't you telling us that you signed an NDA and you're not sure what you can say or not?
Under an NDA, which is reasonable to me.
Wait, hold on.
Who, what, where, and when.
Here we go.
I honestly don't know what I can and can't say as of right now. I am under an NDA, which is reasonable to me.
Okay, so here's the funny thing about this NDA. Tommy always joked about how we didn't need to sign an NDA, and how Pat and Ian were all over like, oh, they probably signed an NDA. And we were joking about signing NDAs the whole time. Tommy was like proud of how he trusted us that we didn't need to sign an NDA.
Yeah, he probably did that because then he'd get you to trust him and give you money. So you give him money. That's part of the grooming. Grooming, like Philip Schofield grooming.
So now you do under Phil? Why? Is this to keep you quiet? Here's the other thing, by the way.
There's no NDA, there's no Amico. Just wise up.
I was genuinely wondering if they were sending me one. I'm not signing an NDA with this thing. Like, if they send me one, I'm going to tell people what it is. And they know damn well that's exactly what I'm going to do. So they're not going to waste their time with that.
Why would they send you one when you've quite rightly slagged it off? There's probably more chance of me getting one.
I didn't know you signed an NDA, dude.
Oh, shut up.
Jesus.
But I don't plan on talking about it that much.
Why do you have it then? Like, what is the point? What is the point? Why do you have this if you sign an NDA and then say, I don't plan on talking, I just want to play it? What is the point of this?
But I won't talk about anything that's not related to me again outside of this, unless of course, we both hear about it the same way organically through the YouTube, because there are things I'm not privy to, and I'm fine with that too. I'm okay with that. But
this is so weird.
I got the damn thing, and I'm gonna hook it up to the TV here in a little bit. I'm gonna do an A/B switch for the Switch in this.
He's going to compare that to the Nintendo Switch. Good luck with that.
And I'm actually going to do a little, what gets touched more. I'm curious.
What gets touched more? I know what doesn't get touched. But those tattoos are weird as well. It's the kind of tattoos that someone has when it looks like they just want someone to draw on them with a felt tip pen.
I'm genuinely confused right now.
What a surprise.
And every day, at least once a day, somebody in this house, if not multiple, will give this thing at least an hour of time. And
Like, this is so weird. First off,
Hang on, what was it? Multiple?
at least once a day, somebody in this house, if not multiple,
Someone in this house, if not multiple.
will give this thing at least an hour of time.
How many people does he live with? Is it like a flat share or something? I don't know.
like, this is so weird. First off, he's not showing the console. He's showing the box. He's not doing an unboxing. Which, by the way,
Actually, maybe he's moved in with Dreamcast guy.
that's the first thing you should do if a company sends you new console. You unbox it for your viewers. You show them what they'd be getting with their purchase that isn't getting refunded to them, clearly. You'd show them that it's real. You'd expose the innards. You'd prove it to them that they actually officially created this thing. I'm going to assume that NDA you signed said you can't show the console. I'm also going
He hasn't signed an NDA, you Burke.
to assume that it said you can't show the gameplay unless explicitly told what you're allowed to show and when. Why? Like, what?
What would that serve when DJC and Mike Mellista's shown footage? It wouldn't serve any purpose at all.
Why are they hiding all this? I saw it. I played it. I didn't need to do an NDA or anything. What has changed? I want to know if that's a legitimate console in there. As an investor, someone who put hard-earned money into this thing, someone who I trusted was on the launch pad for takeoff, would love to know how
We're on the launch pad, ready to go.
my investment is doing right now. Would love to know what's inside of that box.
Fresh air.
Why, Phil? Not worried about you, Chris. Why, Phil, are you so scared to let someone talk about this thing? What are you hiding?
And I've been part of like a repair ticket process. So if something comes up, like my character's head explodes and you never see it again, I can make that, claim or whatever,
So you're a tester.
and then things are done, and you get to try it again. So it's going to be a lot of repetition.
So you're a free game tester. that's not allowed to show off the unit that they got.
Poor him, he's got to sit through endless silly games, which are perhaps partly fun for about 5 minutes, but he's got to sit there playing them over and over again. I doubt it.
That gets no added benefit to the channel except the attack from the anti-Amico crowd that just wants to antagonize you all day now. Like, you are wearing this crown now, as you put it yourself. Okay.
again, that's fine. That's fine. It's actually pretty perfect for my style of gameplay anyway. And that's it. That's really it. There's nothing more to it than that. Am I going to do an unboxing video? I may. I may do an unboxing video, but I'm going to put it behind a paywall.
Paywall. It's like all my newspapers go behind a paywall. You just don't read them. You just look for the news elsewhere. There's no particular. I think the Telegraph do a paywall thing. I'm not going to pay for it. It's bloody Tory rag anyway. But the same news will be available everywhere else for free. With the only annoying thing being bloody endless cookies options coming up. Even though I've answered those options before, they keep coming up every damn time. Pain in the arse.
I'm going to put it behind a paywall, and it's going to be kind of like you can get your kid a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the menu, but they were charging you like say.
What the hell is even happening right now? What is happening?
It's one of those.
You sound like you've had your bits chopped off.
It's a convenience charge kind of situation.
What the actual fuck is happening right now?
And to do.
Put it behind a paywall?
I know it'll be a hassle for me. I really don't fucking want to hear it.
What's going on?
So what I might do is, if you absolutely gotta see me do that, that's fine. You're just gonna have to pay for it. I just don't know how much it's gonna be.
You gotta pay for it. Sovereign Thakatash. Why the fuck would you pay that bloke all your money? It just reminds me of the kind of people who sit outside the bank. They just sit in front of the cash point machines, the ATMs, and just beg for money. As if to try and force you to give them money because you obviously just got money. Even though you've not got coins, some people might give them like a pound, but you don't get a pound out of the cash point. You get, just like £5 notes or up. But no, I wouldn't give any beggar money anyway. Why would I do that? Go get a fucking job. And if you can't, then go sign on. Don't start, sitting on the road or sitting on the pavement and expecting me to think you've got any dignity. Go get some fucking dignity.
So, I have so much wrong with this. It's not even remotely funny.
Do you know, I'm kind of at the point where I've just had enough listening to Smash JT. He's just annoying the tits off me. And I think he's just... I don't think he's got anything else to add. So... I can't stand another 14 minutes of this, that's for sure. It's obvious what he thinks. It's obvious he's got the wrong end of the stick. And it's just fucking irritating. So I'm just gonna go over to Atari Creep's video and watch, go to the 7:55 mark and react to the rest of that. Okay, so on his video, and yeah, the volumes are damn sight better. I kind of wish I'd just skipped Smash's video after about a minute because he's just irritating, but it is what it is, and I don't plan to sit through any more of it. So we're just a few seconds earlier than where we were before, and we'll just pick it from here.
Absolutely gotta see me do that? That's fine. You're just gonna have to pay for it. I just don't know how much it's gonna be. And
I wonder if he pays for it often.
Because I'm gonna put it behind a paywall, I will strike. You call me whatever it is.
You're going to do a copyright strike. So if someone reacts to your video, you're going to do a strike. Really? You really want to go down there? Because they could be using, they would be using fair use, doing a reaction, and you want to strike someone. That's low. That's fucking low. That puts you like Metal Jesus Rocks. And just in between recording this video direct and the Smash one, I just saw, thanks again to Jan Ong, excuse me, my voice. He's pointed out the Mike Mullis video that Smash has got up is showing Mike Mullis issuing a 7-day takedown notice. So 7 days, take down the video, or a strike will ensue. And that's exactly what Metal Jesus Rocks did to me. And then I got the strike a week later, and then I fought it back, and then because he did nothing within 2 weeks, because he had no intention of taking me to court, because he knew I was right, the video was what's the word? The strike went away basically. De-striked. He struck. Yeah. So it would not happen at all. So just don't be a twat creep.
I'll strike any video until the paywall is lifted. Because after a while, of course, the paywall will come down. But at least in the first...
How do you put a paywall up and then remove it? YouTube doesn't work like that. Unless you stick it on... excuse me. Unless you stick it up on Patreon for about 3 people to watch.
First couple of weeks, if you want to see it, you have to pay. You have to pay a tier.
Yeah, that sounds like Patreon. But I always say on my channel, excuse me, if yes, I got the Patreon links and the super chat thing and the etc etc. But if you just simply instead prefer to watch the videos and don't want to give money, that's perfectly fine. Feel free. I would rather you give the money to a food bank or to a local charity or to cancer research or something, whatever the equivalent of any of these is in your country. If you would rather do that, then donate to me to help fund my Carling lager fixation from Morrison's. Please do. Please give it to your local charity, a food bank, and all the rest of it. Please do that instead. Thank you.
And again, I will strike any channel before that time period.
Twat.
That uses images still or moving.
Images still or moving. You can't do that, you fucking idiot.
So I would really appreciate if you didn't do that. Plus, it would help me out
Oh, boo-hoo.
quite a bit. I'm actually going to be making a very drastic move in my life. I'm getting rid of everything. I know I've already talked about living simple, but yeah.
Well, they're simple. Did you shout then?
In my life, I'm getting rid of everything. I know I've already talked about living simple, but yeah.
Someone shouts Jeff. I thought Sonny Smash JT ended up in his living room or something.
I have the Amico. My family's going
You do not?
to proudly test this thing out.
Does he still live with his parents at the age of like 60?
And the last thing I want to leave you with, and this is the reason I'm making this video. My word is all I have right now
And it's fucking useless.
on this platform with anyone watching this video right now, past, present, or future. And I assure you, if there's any BS, if there's any fuckery at all, anything that just seems so
Any fuckery, I like that.
suspect or shady or slimy, the shit's going right back in the box, and it's going to go right back to where it came from. And depending on what I can and can't say, I'm under a contract. I'm
You're not under any contract, you simpleton.
under an NDA. But just know, if it goes back without me making a farewell video, it's because something happened.
Because he threw his toys out the pram.
It's that simple. But I will not discuss this. I will not discuss this unless something changes, only because I'm nervous that I could slip and say the wrong thing. Sometimes I smoke before I come on here. So
Well, if you start smoking weird things, expect to make weird noises with your mouth.
that's that. So if you have any questions or anything, leave them in the comments. But I assure you, I'm not going to answer any specifics. Just tell me that I'm an asshole for having it. Congratulate me for having it. Please at least back me up. And
Back you up on what? You haven't got anything in that box. Maybe a brick. I don't know.
try to legitimize this thing for everybody, and that's all I want. I just want to legitimize it or lay it to rest. And since I have the opportunity that almost a year ago I wouldn't have done, what the heck, right? Why
What the fuck is he rabbiting about?
not be part of its history, one way or the other? And not just because I made a bunch of videos. Guys, go ahead and leave your feedback. Thumbs up, thumbs down. All feedback to the Creep is positive. Thank you always so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. You can join the channel for 99 cents a month. I got 7 cats down there now, and there has been benefits. In fact, they've watched this video already.
Great. They watched this video already by giving you 99 cents. Oh, good God.
before you did. And during my live streams,
You see, okay, so he's obviously doing it on Patreon. I couldn't be asked with faffing about like that. Putting it up on Patreon, trying to work out timings with that, and before putting it on YouTube, I've not got. Hey, no one got time for that, as the GIF goes. No, just stick it on YouTube, and it's just easier. I can't be asked fucking about.
I try to give stuff away if I think about it, if it's a related live stream. So again, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. Until next time, take care.
Oh, doing very well. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Creep it real. And bye-bye.
Why would you want to be known as a creep? I don't get it. The end. So obviously that's the Video Games Live, and that's the not Mission Impossible, Missile Command. So I'm sure they got the rights from Atari to use that in their video, just as on the performance, just as Tommy used. Really did create all those game themes that he claims to. Yeah, so that's about enough of that. So yeah. Anyway, I'm done. I'm going to go back to me Netflix and me Joan is Awful, the first one of the new Black Mirror season. So I say, yeah. So please let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. In the meantime, please like this video. Brain's gone. It's gone midnight as I record this. Like this video, share it with your best friends. Share it with any friends. I've got friends. Share it with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell for all the notifications. Cue Genesis.